If you love reading memoirs, then I'm sure the book which I'm going to recommend you today, you are certainly going to like it because it's very raw, very personal, goes in depth about the personal life of the author, and it shares many aspects of life. And that was the reason why I was really glued to the book while I was reading it. And the book which I'm going to talk about in today's video is Illegitimately Blessed, which is written by author Ricky. And I finished this book quite a long time back, and it's quite late that I'm actually talking about it in more detail. And before I start with it, I would also like to mention why I love memoirs so much and why I particularly liked reading this one. Because I believe memoirs have a way to tell you who the author is and what their core values are. It shares their success, their failures, and everything that's real and that's personal. And this makes it so special for me as a reader, because I would like to see and read about another human being that feels like true, that feels like reality, and not something superficial or artificial that's been written over there. So this is the reason why I personally love and I always find an opportunity to read memoirs. So this one, when I read it, I instantly knew that I'm going to enjoy reading it, because there's no opinion as such like how it should be and how the memoir was, because it's very subjective, it's very personal. So I really cannot have an opinion on someone's life. This is another thing that I find in memoirs. Like, there's no I hate it or like it factor in this, because it's someone's life and I cannot hate it or I cannot like it. So similar thing happened with me in this book as well while I was reading it. So there were certain parts that I kind of related with, and then there were certain parts that I just went through and without really attaching any opinion as such on those parts. So in this book, the author has shared his journey of how he was born in Scotland while growing up in Glasgow. And in this book, the author has shared how he faced racism, bullying, stereotyping, and all such cruel things that can happen to someone, and it can really shatter your morale, because nobody wants that. And it's very difficult to deal with such things, especially when you are from a different background and you are living in a background that is different from yours. And so culturally and socially there are so many differences, so many changes that you also begin to accept in your life, while there are people who are constantly projecting their opinions and their judgments on you. So I liked how the author has navigated us all through these phases of his life, and it was very relatable, yet I will say something that everyone can understand and feel. In this book, we'll move through his different phases of life, like seeing his journey from his childhood to becoming interested in playing football and going after it in his teenage years, while getting support from his father, and a lot of things that usually happen in teenage years is being described in this, and doing multiple jobs and being good at some of them, and while being not that good. And we see a lot of phases where we see a lot of phases of success, while there are instances of failures as well. So like I said in the beginning, this is why I really like this book, because it shares both the things, not just the success but also the failures of another human being that is out there chasing his dreams and doing what he wants to do. And it's definitely not an easy thing, and the whole of someone's life cannot be just compiled into a memoir. So I feel, the author just takes out a bits of pieces from here and there, and then they compile everything into a book that is a memoir. So there are definitely other aspects that are being left out, but if you have to have like a glimpse of someone's life in like a nutshell, I think memoirs are a great way. And so when you read this book, you'll also get a glimpse of Ricky's life and whatever he did in his life so far, and like playing football, becoming a coach at it, doing jobs, having a marriage and kids, and having his personal share of conflicts, and all those things that are very essential in life are there in this book. What I also found fascinating about this book was that it had pictures, and I personally connect with pictures a lot more when they are in books and in memoirs. I personally enjoy it so much. So there were a lot of pictures from different phases and timelines, and it was very refreshing and very interesting to actually see those images while reading this book. And so if you're also someone who likes to see the images, and if it helps you connect with the book even more, then this is your book. And if football and motivation and inspiration, these things are kind of your vibe, then probably you will enjoy reading this book. And especially if you're a football fan, if you're anywhere interested in this game, you will also find yourself inclined towards this book. The book is available on Amazon. You can get it from there and you will definitely enjoy it. And this is it for today's video. I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Until next time, take care, keep reading.